Why do so many relationships that start with so much joy and excitement eventually devolve into a cycle of blame, frustration, and unmet expectations? We search for the perfect partner, hoping for a relationship that is easy and blissful, only to find ourselves in an emotional battleground, pointing fingers and feeling misunderstood. We get caught in a trap, believing that the source of our unhappiness is the other person. But what if the real problem isn't your partner? What if the greatest obstacle to a harmonious relationship is the unresolved tension living inside of you? Today, we are diving into a book that offers a surprising and powerful path to deeper connection. How to Love Better by the writer and poet Young Pueblo. This book reveals a profound truth. Personal growth and a healthy relationship are not separate journeys. They are inextricably linked. It's a guide to transforming our connections by first transforming ourselves. Part 1. The foundation. It all starts with you. The first step to loving better is to turn the focus inward. Young Pueblo is brutally honest about his own story. He describes his early relationship with his now wife, Sarah, as a hurricane. It was a constant blame game, with each of them trying to prove that the other was the source of their emotional tension. The turning point came through his practice of vipassana meditation, a practice that means to see things as they really are. This deep inner work gave him two superpowers: awareness and non-reaction. He started to realize that the tension he felt often had nothing to do with his wife. His own mind, filled with old patterns and unresolved pain, was simply looking for cannon fodder, an external reason to justify and amplify its own internal misery. As he did the work to heal his own inner world, the external conflict in his relationship dramatically decreased. Part 2. The 3 green flags of a healthy love. So what should we look for in a partner and cultivate in ourselves? Young Pueblo identifies 3 essential qualities or green flags. A. Growth. No one enters a relationship perfectly healed. The goal isn't to find a flawless person, but to find someone who accepts the necessity of growth and is willing to take responsibility when they make mistakes. He and Sarah realized they didn't have to grow in the same way. For example, she needed 3 meals a day to feel strong, he needed 1 or 2. Supporting each other's growth meant supporting each other's individual freedom. B. Kindness. This sounds simple, but it's profound. Your partner sees you at your best and your absolute worst. A conscious, intentional effort to be kind, gentle, and sweet to one another, especially in the small, everyday moments, is the lifeblood of a close connection. C. Compassion. This is the ultimate tool for resolving conflict. Young Pueblo defines compassion as the ability to pull yourself out of your own perspective to go and visit your partner's. This requires humility, the admission that your view isn't the whole truth. It's not about abandoning yourself. It's about being willing to understand their world, which allows you both to feel seen.
Part 3. The greatest enemy of love. Attachment. The biggest source of suffering in relationships, according to the book, is attachment. In the Buddhist sense, this means a deep, inflexible craving for things to be a certain way. It manifests as a need to control your partner's behavior, their feelings, or the outcome of the relationship. This need for control is a trap. It's a fight against the fundamental law of the universe, that everything changes. When you try to force a static reality, you create tension and pain. The antidote to attachment in a conflict is to change the goal from winning to understanding. If both partners make it their mission to simply understand the other's story, the tension dissolves because the deepest human need is to feel seen and heard. Part 4. The tools for a thriving relationship. The The book offers several practical tools for building a strong connection. First, understand that love is freedom. A healthy relationship is built on commitments, not expectations. A commitment is a secure foundation that gives both people the freedom to grow, change, and be individuals. An expectation is a rigid rule that leads to disappointment. Second, ask for clarity. Stop expecting your partner to be a mind reader. Clearly communicate your needs and desires, and ask the most powerful and simple question in a relationship. How can I love you better? Third, when tensions are high, learn to trust the pause. Taking a moment to breathe and reflect before you react allows you to respond from a place of intention, not from a place of old reactive wounds. Pueblo shares a wonderful example of mismatched love languages. His wife, Sarah, would show love through acts of service, like managing their compost pile. For her, that was as meaningful as a hug. But he needed physical touch. They learned to meet in the middle. He learned to receive love in the way she gave it, and she made an effort to meet his need for touch. The comparison trap and the ultimate truth. In the age of social media, it's easy to fall into the comparison trap, looking at someone's curated highlight reel and feeling like your own real, messy relationship is lacking. This leads to the ultimate truth of the book. You don't find a great relationship, you build it. The endless search for a perfect person outside of yourself will always lead to disappointment. The greatest source of happiness and contentment in your life is not your partner. It is the state of your own mind. How to Love Better is a profound guide to reframing our entire understanding of love. It teaches us that a true partnership is not a destination of perfect harmony, but an unavoidable challenge that offers us the greatest opportunity for personal growth. It's a call to do the inner work, to heal our own past, to cultivate virtues like kindness and compassion, and to let go of our need to control. By embracing this path, we can build relationships that are not just loving, but are truly evolutionary for both people. If this deep dive into the connection between self-healing and love has given you a new perspective, you're in the right place. That's what we do here at The Book Whisperer. We break down powerful, life-changing books to give you the tools you need to solve real-world problems. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next breakdown.